What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jets franchise. We have episode 3. Today we got two things on our agenda. First one is we are going to be going through the class, putting together our scouting, and of course, setting us up for the draft next offseason. Second, of course, we got the home opener, and we are taking on the Steelers. So let's get right into the video. So I went ahead and already took care of practice. One thing that I want to try to do this week is I want to try to take some pressure off of Justin Fields. It's his revenge game. The Steelers brought him in, only gave him a year, yanked him after he had a bunch of success for them. Not statistically wise, but win-loss wise, he had them on a good trajectory going into the back half of the season last year. And now he gets a chance for some revenge. But I don't want to throw him out there and expect him to throw for 350 yards. So we're going to try to establish the ground game this week. I put the heavy set eye playbook or play sheet into the call, and we're going to see how that goes. We do have some upgrades as well, so let's take care of those before we get too far into the video. Oh wow, okay, we have quite a few upgrades. Let's get started. So Membu is going to get himself an upgrade. Let's see, where does he need the most right now? He's pretty even keel, to be very honest with you, across like the 6 passing stats or the 6 blocking stats. Maybe some power, but I really don't want him to go too powerful. I'd rather him keep going for agile because he's on the edge, right? So we'll just go agile here for him. And he is going to get awareness, pass block, finesse, run block, and run block finesse all across the board. Kenneth Murray is next up, and he is... we'll go pass coverage here. Yeah, pass coverage. I brought him in preseason, of course, or right at the end of the preseason after the cut's been done, and I'm sort of happy with where he has been. All right, so I just realized I was blocking the upgrades, so I'll move my camera back when we get into the game. But pass coverage update, he gets 2-man and 2-zone, exactly what we would ask for. Can we just talk about how horrible of a decision this face was for Mason Taylor? I could probably think of like 4 or 5 other generic faces that I have seen in this game that would have been a better decision for him. As you saw, for some of the guys that do not have a face, like a picture for their player card, I changed to be more accurate from what I could see to their real life counterpart. The only 2 I did that was for Xavier Gibson and Malachi Corley, but still, just a horrible choice here. But anyway, let's go. Possession, vertical. I feel like he's already pretty damn good. Yeah, I'm already excited about what he's going to be able to do for us. His route running definitely needs to be up there. His catch and traffic and spectacular catch need to come up. So let's go catch and traffic. I think that's going to be, or not catch, possession, because it has catch and traffic, and see what we can get for him here. Let's see, we got awareness, catch and traffic, catching, medium route, short route, and a spin move. Tyler Barron is next up. I'm glad to see that he's getting another upgrade. I want to do speed rusher because I want to make sure that he stays balanced in that front because, well, we're going to want speed rushers as well. He gets 2 block shedding, 2 finesse, and a pursuit. That's a solid upgrade. Next one up is another new face, Kenyon Green, the left guard we brought in from free agency in the final week of preseason. And it looks like he definitely needs some help in the pass game. He does. So we are going to go pass protector here for him. He's not going to bring power up, but that's fine. It's 1 pass, 1. Okay, so he gets 1 across the board. We'll take it. All right, you can see I updated the coach look, so that way I look a little bit more, I don't know, not so old. Anyway, so we have our coaching staff set up. We have the scouts on ready to go. Now it's time for us to go in and actually assign these scouts. So first thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to look at the prospects and see what we're working with for positions. So we have a few quarterbacks for round 1. We have Colt Hansen. That face does not fit Colt Hansen. Probably change that if I were to draft him. Nathan Barkley. Nick Orton, that face does not match a quarterback either. I would change that if I were to draft him. Actually, both of these guys, I'll be changing their faces once they're drafted regardless to make more sense. Maybe leave a comment if you guys have any, suggestions for them. Joey Bates is another one. We have a couple guys here. One guy in rounds 2 to 3, Devin Rayner, Bryson Montgomery, Cam Boyce, who is round 3 to 4 out of Wisconsin. Ooh, Wisconsin quarterback. Might have to draft him. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that unless he's good. I like how we're actually seeing guys with normal running back weights. Like last year, it was like hard pressed to find people that were not, you know, 5'9", 190 pounds, it seemed. Now we have 220, 209, 209, 233, 227, 210, like, I like that in running backs more so than a bunch of guys that are sub 200. So I don't know. We're probably not going to be in the running back market, though. Receivers, we'll probably be in the receiver market for sure. Doug Sykes is the top guy out of Texas A&M. Dontrell Boswell, 6'5", 224, also out of A&M. So back-to-back A&M. Joey Herrera from Washington State. Rod Griffin, Oregon State. Tim Russell, Texas Tech. Amari Franklin. So have a few early options for receivers. We'll have to see how those pan out. Tight ends, I think we're going to be good, at least early on, because Mason Taylor's going to be the guy we're giving a shot to first. If we end up having to add somebody, it'll be more so for depth and backup situations, but that probably wouldn't be until, you know, maybe day 3. So a guy like Alejandro Aguilar, Joey Kellum, or Logan Stanton, something along those lines. A lot of good tackles. We don't really need any tackles, though, so we'll be able to avoid having to spend stuff on the O-line. O-line is hard to cover because they're spread out a lot and there are usually not too many available. So I'm sort of happy that tackle-wise we are good. We will probably have to look at the interior of the line. Farrah Tucker is good, but the other guy, I think his name is Simpson, John Simpson, I'm not sure how long he's going to stick around, so we might have to be looking there. We'll see where it all falls. Edge could be something we're looking at. I want to see stuff out of Will McDonald. I want to see stuff out of Jermaine Johnson, but the fact remains is they are both 25, 26 years old. I think both 26, and neither of them are over an 80 overall, and they don't have the best development. So that might be something we have to look at. Russell McClellan here, top 5 pick. Oscar Beltran, Enrique Batista. Okay, I'm not seeing too many. Last time I saw a lot of guys who were like 300 plus. I'm not seeing that too much of that now, which is good. Don't want to see too many of those kind of guys. Defensive tackles, we are set there, especially with the addition of Ed Oliver. We're pretty much good for at least, I would say, 3 years. So I'm not too concerned with that. So again, if it would be something, it would be more so down the line for, you know, players to develop. Sam, we definitely need linebacker help. I feel like linebacker is going to be a key spot where we really have to dig down into. So right off the rip, I'm seeing Abdul Johnson, 6 foot 230. He's definitely what we're sort of looking for. Antonio Blackwell, Blake Cody. We will be definitely scouting these guys. There's not too many of them though. So we'll see if it's outside linebackers or linebackers in general. We can find something. A couple of middle linebackers in Cole Baker and Sean Grooves. And at the will, there's not too many. So not a lot of linebackers. I'll have to see how it pans out. If we can cover them all, great. If not, well, I will use our focus scouting for that. Corners, I think we're good on for cornerbacks. I don't foresee us needing to go after them. There's really not that many high-end options anyway. A lot of mid-round guys, so who knows where that comes into play. Safeties is another one I want to hit on this year. I feel like safety is very important for us. We do not have solidified safeties. Tony Adams and Andre Sisco are not long-term solutions. Got Kyle Bates here, 6 foot 213. Mike Costanzo. Oh, wow, it dropped all the way to day 3 for him. So there's only one round 1 safety for free safeties anyway. Not sure if it'll stay that way. We'll see strong safeties. Okay, a lot more options here. Darren Gilmore, Shaden Shepard. Okay, I'd love to see that. 6'2", 225, and he's 21 years old. Somehow already have because I didn't change my scouts yet. Yeah, so I am really looking forward to some of this. I'm going to go ahead and get these scouts figured out, and then I'll see you afterwards because that's going to be a process. All right, so I have it all set up. So let's take a look at what we're going to be doing here. Managed scouts. Since we have the Scouts Honor, we have Tier 3 on all the scouts, which is going to let us unlock all of the players in this scenario perfectly. So first, I wanted to try to get cute with it a little bit with the National, but with wide receiver being such a big need of ours and such a big question mark, I had to make sure we knew everything we could, because if we want to pick up a guy or two, maybe even 3, we want to know the full draft. Do we need to go early? Can we go middle of the draft? Does it pay to stay later then? So we're going to hit the national level with wide receivers. Southeast, we're going to do edge with a secondary expert in linebacker. Central, we're going to do linebackers with a secondary and running back. Not that we really need that, but it fit for what was at least prevalent in Central, which was running back, so it works out. Northeast, we're going to do safeties. There's a couple of safeties that I'm interested in, including the guy that I said before, the 6'2", 225 guy is over here, so that'll be good. And then in the West, very barren. So we were just going to double up on edge. There was another 6 guys there that we can look at potentially. And you might be wondering, well, CB, where is the quarterback? Well, I'm glad you asked. The reason I didn't choose quarterback is very simple. There are... Well, as you know, quarterbacks, usually you're drafting guys in the first round. If they're not round 1 projected, they're usually not very good. And there's only 4 of them. So I figured out, instead of wasting spots with a scout, I'll just use this for focus players. And who knows, maybe we get a bad story on one and we decide we don't want to scout, let's just say Nick Orton, and maybe a guy like Rayner or Montgomery or Boyce end up having a good story and we want to throw them in the mix. We have 6 different times throughout the season where we can add 6 quarterbacks to round out our draft targets. So I'm okay with that. So what I'm going to do different this year is I'm going to show you the exact players we're going to unlock, so that way you guys have an idea of what we're looking at for scouting wise, and then we'll pick up pieces along the way for other players based off of some of their attributes if they're worthwhile of adding to our board. So national, we know we're doing wide receivers. There's 26 receivers draftable with a projected grade of draftable, I should say. A lot of them. All the way down, of course, to day 3. We'll even know about all of the UDFAs. So who knows? Maybe there's a secret laying out here in the UDFA market. We can draft them in the later parts of the draft to get, you know, a steal and save a draft pick for another position. In the West, we are doubling down on edge. So we have Devin Hoffman, Darius Phillips, Aaron Skaggs, and then on the right side is Devion Fitzgerald, JD Reeves, Larry Nowak, Stephen Moulton, and Philip Garrison. We're also going to get some information on these guys here at D-Tackle: Bayless, Keaton, Hurst, Carroll, and Hayes. Over in Central, we are going to be doing linebackers, and this is where Abdul Johnson comes into play. He was the top linebacker listed that I saw. We'll also get information on Peter Watkins, Tucker Levy, and Sean Holloway. And it's all linebackers. It's LB, so it'll include all of them, which is awesome. And then we have Jeremiah Allen and Zach Gillert, both undrafted guys, so probably nothing there. And then Levi Mullen, Ryan Stringer, and Joey Callahan for the will. And this is where we have the secondary and halfbacks, and it worked out well because like almost all of the good running backs are in Central. Gaither, Wheatley, Nixon, Jefferson, all of these guys, a couple of day 3 guys that we'll find out some of the information about. So it worked out in our favor to have running backs here. And then for the Northeast, we're going to be doing the safeties. So we're going to know about Kyle Bates, Jeremy Forbes, Logan Vernon, all these UDFAs. But then there's also 4 quality guys here, including Shaden Shepard, the guy that I mentioned when we first looked at the class, Nick Dobbins, Javon Lewis, and Taylor Avalos, along with Brad Storer, who is a UDFA. There wasn't a secondary position that had anything outside of wide receiver for it. So, I mean, we're already going to know everything about the wide receiver, so it doesn't really make a difference, but that's what the secondary is for the Northeast. Last but not least is the Southeast, and that's where a lot of the edge rushers are located. So all of these 2 round 1 guys, we have a couple of mid-round picks, day 3 guys, some UDFAs, and that's just left edge. We also have a few day 3 guys on the right edge, so not a huge amount. The secondary for this area is going to be linebackers, and we have Antonio Blackwell, Blake Cody involved, Cole Baker, and Ramon Escobar. And then we even have 2 to 3 round projections in Daniel Casas. I think it's Casas, I'm not sure. And Titus McCrary. So I think we have a really good spread going for our first season, and I'm excited. I can't wait to get started and start to learn a little bit about these guys. I'm also going to try to do a much better job, especially with these recap shows, of involving the rest of the teams. And the one thing is going to be stories. So the first thing was there was a trade. The Titans traded Tyjae Spears to the Cowboys for, I think it was like a late round pick, I think a 6th round pick or something. So Spears is heading to Dallas and will probably end up being their starter at some point, I would imagine. Apparently, Rayshawn Jenkins is on the block for Cleveland. And there's already... Oh, look at that. We already have a story. Oklahoma halfback Jimmy Wheatley had the play of the weekend in college. Let's go over the news tab, see if there's anything else that I'm missing out on. So Dalvin Tomlinson, veteran defensive tackle, has agreed to terms with the Bucs. The Seahawks wrapped... Okay, we don't care. It doesn't have that story at all in this panel. It's only in this panel. So that's something you guys have to keep an eye on, is you might see stories for college players, but only in the top stories panel, because it's not in the other one. Unless I missed it from a week ago, but it says this week. So I'm going to go ahead and mark him off on the scouting report right away, because like I've done in the past, if they have a story, especially a positive one, I'm adding them to the favorites list, even if they're not a target, because you never know. So we're going to go right back into prospects here, and we are going to go to Jimmy Wheatley. Oops. Okay, yeah, I thought that was him. He's the Oklahoma running back, and we are going to add him to the favorites list. So there's the first one added to the list. What I did was I added all of the players that we are going to be scouting and getting unlocks on to my favorites list. Every single one of them, including the UDFAs. And then what I figured we'll do is throughout the season, if we start to, once we see the grades and we start seeing that maybe, this guy isn't really going to be a fit, we'll just remove him from the favorites list, and we'll sort of narrow it down to our final favorites list going into the draft itself. So I don't know, just thought of something a little different to try this year and see how it pans out. So we have every position in order. Some of them will not be in order of projection, because I had to go back and forth to different areas to find them. So like wide receivers, but all edge will be together, all receivers, all defensive tackles, all linebackers, and we'll just run it that way. And then we'll, if we find new players that we want to add that we're not scouting, we'll add them on later. But for now, this is what we're focusing on. So this is what we are going to have for our favorites list. And before we get into the game, let's take a look at what the situation is with the team. So we are losing Elijah Vera Tucker for a few weeks. He was injured. Actually, I'll show you that here. So this is the injury report for the week. So the Pittsburgh Steelers do not have Fatanu, Frazier, or Ramsey. So that's big for our offense. But we are out Vera Tucker and Ojabu, of course. They will not be playing whatsoever. And then what we are doing here next is let's take a look at the lineup as well, so you guys can get a look at how I have this laid out. So we have, of course, the standard, what you would expect. Garrett Wilson, number 1, Booty, number 2. I have Gibson as our number 3, and that means in the slot as well. And then I have Corley behind him. I'm going to be changing to put Smith on our focus players next week. I don't know why I didn't put him on initially, but I'm going to. I don't know who I'm going to swap out for him yet, but somebody's going to get swapped out, so that way Smith can get some experience, and eventually he'll end up moving up the chain here, probably over guys like Corley and Gibson. Defensively, looks a lot better now, right? It looks a lot better now. We have competent, I think, a decent linebacker core with Bentley coming in from free agency. We also have Kenneth Murray backing up Jamie Sherwood. Quincy Williams is the leader of the group. On the line, we now have Ed Oliver. That really changes things quite a bit. And we have development traits along the entire defensive line, which is key. Again, we'll see if these guys can sort of take a hold of that and make themselves mainstays here. But that's why we're looking at edge down in the draft, so that way we can adjust things accordingly. I have Gardner and Samuel Jr. as our 2 starters. I have moved Thomas up to be our 3rd corner, along with the slot position that will be his. Brandon Stevens will be behind him as the 4th. Specialist, we have, I believe, well, here you can see how it's laid out. So we'll make sure that all the right guys are in. Gadget player is going to be Breece Hall, and Donovan Edwards is an 81 overall gadget player. I'm not quite sure how or why he's so good there, but we're not going to question it. We're just going to be happy that we have another one that we can use. Here we go, boys. It is time for our first game. And we got a rain game to start things off. Madden 26, all about the new weather. Well, we're going to see it right off the bat. Steelers coming in last year. We know how things went for them. We know how things went for the Jets. But today is going to be about a new beginning. And also about some redemption a little bit. Can Justin Fields show the Steelers they should have gave him a little bit more opportunity? We will see. Let's get things started. I never show the kick returns, because it's never this thing. But apparently this year it's going to be a thing, because they literally returned it to the 32 on the opening kickoff. You have got to be kidding me. That is not how I wanted us to start this game off. That is not how we start a franchise, for crying out loud. Well, here we go. Aaron Rodgers and company coming out of the field, and they are already in field goal position thanks to the wonderful play of our kickoff unit. Warren in the backfield, single back set. And they're going to go to him. And oh my God, look at the stop right there It was, I believe, Bentley who gets back there and makes the stop, and it's going to be a no gain on the play. I'm not sure how that wasn't a loss, but we're not going to question things. 2nd and 10. Rodgers, under pressure, he slips, gets rid of it just in time. What do you guys think about the new slipping animations and stuff? I feel like it's actually wanted. Like, I know it can probably sometimes be a little bit overkill, but, like, there needs to be, oh, no. No! Asante Samuel's literal first drive as a Jet, and he gets toasted down the sidelines by DK Metcalf. Holy cow, that was not good. Don't worry, guys, our kickoff team did not return, or the kick return team did not do very well. We are at the 21-yard line. Oh, 24, okay. So as I was saying, I feel like it's a needed change to the game because there's not enough effects from the weather. And if that means players have to slip, I'm all for it. If it gets to be too much, we can make adjustments or whatever, but for now, we're keeping it. And there's a nice opening play. A shot to Jeremy Ruckert. Fields on the play action, finding him on the corner routes, and right off the rip, we are going to get ourselves a pickup of 14, and we get to the 38. Awesome. Or pistol look here. Ball gets the handoff, makes somebody look silly, but unfortunately Cole Holcomb was right there and was able to bring him down still for a loss. Hayward was the one who tried to make the stop initially. Handoff, and Hall's got that initial burst, and you saw that there. He's able to get through the line a little bit, get us some positive yardage before being brought down. So now it is 3rd and long, but it's 3rd and 8 now instead of 12. Let's see what we can do here on our first drive. Come on, Fields. Delivers it. Beautiful catch and play from Breece Hall. He gets open on the route. Fields does a good job of delivering. There's 2 defenders closing in on him, and he does an excellent job of squeezing that ball in there, right over that linebacker's head, into that little basket area, right into that safe spot for Hall to make the catch, and we are moving the chains here quickly, down to the 36. High formation. Fields back to pass. He's trying to run it. Gets rid of it just in time. It's dropped. Booty could not bring it in. Got to be able to make that catch on the sideline there, man. 2nd and 10. Fields. Oh, they're sending heat. He gets rid of it. It's Hall on the angle route, and he will get 7 more. So far, Breece Hall becoming a gadget player for us, making catches out of the backfield, with the run game not working the best. And now a read option, and there goes Justin Fields, and he coughs it up. Thank God Eric Wilson is there to cover it up. Might need you to slide, buddy. Might need you to slide a little bit more. All already tired. Oh, he got away. Oh, it's caught by Wilson. Holy shit. Man, I thought he was dead to rights in the backfield. That was a fun thing to see. Okay, Braylon Allen checks in. He takes the pitch, walks in untouched, and we are going to answer right back. Both teams scoring on their opening drive of the season. Braylon Allen helping us finish it off to make it a 7-7 game. 2nd drive for Pittsburgh. Rodgers going to start with a handoff to Warren, and Warren's got a lane, and he's out across the 40 to the 42. I did bring running blocking down a little bit, but I think I might have to again. Maybe it's just the CPU, because the CPU seems to have no problem running the ball. Play action. Rodgers got all day. Running offside, and he chucks it downfield, and it is incomplete. Once again, looking for DK Metcalf, but that time Samuel was there. He had a little help from, I believe, Tony Adams, and the pass falls down to the turf. Another play action. Rodgers gets rid of it quickly, and it's a wide open completion, and he is pushed out of bounds at the 38-yard line as Jonnu Smith on the catch. Oh, we send a lot of heat, and we'll shut down the run. Excellent job up front. Sometimes when you blitz like that, you can actually leave wide open lanes to the running back. We did a good job of sort of collapsing the right lane, and it pays off. Coming down to the end of the first quarter here. Another handoff. Oh, fumble! We got it! Jermaine Johnson recovered it. Who the hell hit him? He put the hell of a hit on him. What a turnover for us. Huge turnover from the defense. It was Quincy Williams. Of course it was. Big hit from Williams, and now we got ourselves a chance to take control back of this game. 1st and 10 from our own 38. Breece Hall in the I formation. Play action. Fields. Looking right side. Wide open Mason Taylor, and he's down to the 34. What a pass. What a route from Taylor. Found a soft spot in the zone, it looked like. Maybe a cover 3, or I mean a cover 2 look where they had, you know, the flat defender stayed home and safety got a little bit too far back, and well, we'll take that all day. Anytime we can get ourselves a break, I'm all for it. Ball. Oh wow, they converge on that fast. See what I'm saying? Like they ran all over us almost. I guess it's been sort of even. I should shut up. We'll wait to see. 2nd and 14. That was a really bad play. Not a good way to start off after that big play from Mason Taylor. We get rid of it. Hall in the open. He's got space, and he's down inside the 20, or the 30, I'm sorry, to the 27. And that's going to make it 3rd and 2. Bunch set to the left. And Fields sees somebody, and it's, oh, he can't squeeze it into Wilson. And we're going to have to settle for 3, but a heck of an opening series so far. No, we're going to go for it. Okay. Okay, Madden, I like this. For now. Now I really like it. Now I really like it because it works. Breece Hall up the middle, gets a few yards, just enough to call it a 1st down. And we keep things moving here. 1:21 to go in the 1st quarter. We'll stay in the I formation. Another handoff. Hall cuts it up the middle and falling forward for 3 yards. 5 carries, 4 yards for him on the day. Not the best. Definitely not the best it has been for our run game. We go right back to him. That time he finds a beautiful lane up the middle. Cut back. He was going right side. He cuts it back to the middle, and the Red Sea parted. Big time run down to the 7. And let's see, I think we're going to probably get one more play here. I don't think they'll run the clock all the way out. Allen checks in. Booty in motion. Fields. Going to scramble with it, and he can't get away from Cam Hayward, and that is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. Flip sides to the field. 2nd and goal from the 9. Hall back in the game. We got a 2 tight end set. We're going to pass out of it. Fields in trouble. Gets rid of it to an open player, and it is completed. And it was Booty on the catch. Gets it down to the 3. 3rd and goal for us.
A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
Play action. We fake him out, but Rucker cannot get away from the defender. A good open field tackle from the corner. And I believe now we're going to end up taking that field goal because this is a long 4th down conversion. So defense shut him down quickly. It was a very quick 3 and out. So we are back out here. Breece Hall, 3 catches, 43 yards. He's been getting more work in the pass game than he's been able to find in the run game for the most part, but we'll take it. I mentioned that in the last episode, or actually the 1st episode, we want him to be a focal point of this offense, both on the ground and in the air. Play action. Fields going deep, left side, and it is intercepted. He threw it into double coverage. He was looking for Booty downfield, and Juan Thornhill had the coverage over the top, and he cuts it off at the right angle. Damn. I appreciate the aggressiveness, but I mean, double coverage, you got one over the top, one underneath, and you don't even go, give Wilson a shot deep. You give it to Booty, and that's just a tough break. That's not a good look. But now Rodgers and company come back out. They're at the 21-yard line. Almost like a really early punt, but we didn't really need to do that, you know? And who the hell is 16? Oh, Robert Woods. Forgot he played in the NFL, to be honest with you guys. 1st and 10. Hand off to Warren. Oh, he had a nice gap right there, and look at that, out to the 45. Beautiful job up front from Pittsburgh's O-line. They've been looking for that run for about a quarter now, and they finally find it.
1st down, Steelers.
Play action. Pressure coming. He gets rid of it, but it's off target. It's good defense. Pressure was in Rodgers' face. He couldn't put it where he wanted it. 2nd down, we'll take that all day. Rodgers going to the flats again to Woods, and Gardner over there shoos him out of bounds. don't know why I said shoes there. I don't know. I'm a weirdo. 3rd and 3. Oh, Rogers slips! Sack, fumble! We get it back again! Jermaine Johnson again gets the fumble recovery. And the rain appearing to be an issue for both sides. Quarterbacks both have fumbled now. It was that time Quinnen Williams causing the fumble after Rogers slipped in the backfield. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think the slipping is too much, or do you think it's nice? I'm torn, but I sort of like it. Hand off to Hall, and he will get 3 yards. Like, it hasn't been like an every other play thing, right? It's just like once in a while it happens, so I'm not really against it. And that's what rain games are. You know, sometimes you're gonna lose your footing. That's just life. Sort of like that. That one, he just ran into his own teammate and Holcomb cleaned up. Sack for Pittsburgh. 3rd and 13 now.
It's now 3rd and 13.
Stack on the right side. Fields pressure up the middle, and we're gonna have to send it off. So nothing out of that drive. All right, so we couldn't capitalize on that turnover. Almost had interception, but it wasn't that. It was a fumble. And there goes Caleb Johnson, the rookie, off the right side, and he'll get out to the 47. Fans are not happy, but like, guys, we're still winning. Fucking relax, you know? Warren, yeah, there we go. Will McDonald read it perfectly, was right there to make the stop, and it's gonna be a loss of 4. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm excited, man. Maybe we're not that bad. You know, who knows? Play action. Rogers with a beautiful play action. It almost feels like that may have been an RPO instead, where he pulled it and just chucked it up over the middle for that slant route. And he goes for the... Did we shut it? We shut down the quarterback sneak. What a play by Ed Oliver. Hell of a job by our 2 D tackles to shut down the quarterback sneak. And we get the ball back now with 2.5 to go in the first half. Taylor in motion. Handoff. Hall, he cannot get outside. The Steelers were there, and Elliott would bring him down at the line. No gain. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. This half seems like it has flown by. I'm not against it, though. I sort of like it. 2nd and 10. Pistol. Shotgun formation. Fields over the middle. Finds Wilson, and it is completed. It'll be 3rd and 5. Keep putting ourselves in either like 3rd and like long short and 3rd and medium plays, and I really don't like it. Fields going to take off. Just slide. Please slide. Please slide. Oh, just keep... Here we go. I didn't know what to say there. I thought he was just going to be going all the way to the house, but I'm happy he slid. Huge run from Justin Fields, and that is why, like, I am not against Fields being a running quarterback. I just need him to be able to also orchestrate the offense within the parameters of a quarterback. I just need both, you know? TJ Watt, man, he got around that edge before Fields could even see him, and he was right there. They dialed up a good blitz there. You have to expect that against the Steelers. And we're going to call our first timeout now with 1:04 left in this half. But we got some making up to do now. There's a big 9-yard loss. Wilson in motion. Fields underneath to Wilson. And he gets it back to midfield's 6-yard gain. But we have ourselves quite the big play here. And we're going to punt on it? I don't really like that. I feel like we could have tried something. But now we're going to have to punt it away. So we just punted it, and they are just kneeling it. So now we get a chance to see our first halftime show for our franchise here. So I'm a little excited. I want to make this part of it. We're going to do this, probably the weekly recap. I don't know which one yet, if it makes a difference. They usually show the same things, but I want to see what is going on around the league. So halftime reports. What do we got? The Chiefs and the Chargers. That's a pretty good matchup. AFC West matchup. Mahomes finding Kelsey in the end zone for a touchdown. There we go. And wow, 31-17. Mahomes 24 of 30. And Justin Herbert 16 of 22. Not a bad performance from the Chiefs opening game. And now we have the Cowboys and Eagles, another rivalry game. NFC East. Play action from Hurts. Wow, he's got all day. Oh, he's going deep. Right over the middle. And who is that? That's got to be Smith. Yeah, it is. Slim Reaper. Big catch from him. One hands it. Okay, dude. And they win 31-26 over the Cowboys. And I believe it's always 3. So last game, Cardinals and Saints. Let's see what we get for the Cardinals and Saints. Murray. Right over the middle. Easy completion. I think that's Michael Wilson. And Wilson breaks free from that? Are you kidding me? No, he didn't. Oh, that was the best play of the game. That's crazy. So they won 17-10. Oh, that's halftime. 17-10 halftime. And you can see there the rest of the games that have already finished. And so far, though, guys, I feel like I am seeing much more out of this team than I thought we would see. So we didn't get much done on our opening series, and we punted it away. One thing I noticed, though, is if you watch the halftime show, it kicks you out of Super Sim. So you have to sort of go back in and take care of that. And also some of the stats didn't line up. They did when I first played this game, which is weird that it's not now. I don't know. But anyway, 2nd and 9. Rodgers under pressure. He gets out of harm's way, and he's going to take off. And, man, I don't think he's that fast in real life anymore, but he gets a big gain out to the 35. And the Steelers now with a fresh set of downs. Offset eye look here for Warren. We're going to go to Warren. He gets a nice crease. McDonald can't make the play, and in the open goes Jalen Warren all the way down to the 34. Robert Woods hurt on the play, and he is going to be sidelined with that. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. You got to take that next step. McDonald just couldn't make the play there. You got to be able to make that play. Oh, my God. Cisco just got worked. So the Steelers now trying to, I guess, take the ground approach, and it's working. They've drove all the way down to the 30 on the ground. And a quick pass outside. It is completed to Calvin Austin, but it's only a few yards. It'll still be short. 3rd and inches. Let's see if they go for that sneak again. They do, and that time it works. You tried it last time. It didn't work. This time, Rodgers gets it done. And a fresh set now for the Steelers. 1st and 10 from the 23. And they'll pitch to Warren. He slips in the backfield, and there we go. Noddy, Sherwood. We had a whole bunch of people back there. 2nd and 13. Rodgers looks underneath to Austin. He finds him. I believe it was Adams on the coverage. 3rd and 6. We send heat. They pick it up. And he gets rid of it to Roman Wilson down to the 6-yard line. A nice play there. Underneath route goes right where the blitz came from, and it was wide open. Anytime you get a blitz going on a guy like Rodgers who's seen them all before, you got to make sure you get home fast because he will find where you're blitzing from and make you pay, which he did. Is they try and end around here with Austin, and it does not work. Shut that down in the backfield real fast.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Got to keep an eye on Warren here. They've been using him a lot this series. Oh, they do it again. What some animals do. They did it twice, and the second time we didn't even see it coming. Touchdown Pittsburgh, and they will take the lead. Alrighty, we are back on offense here. And now we are down for the first time, really since the first quarter, I believe. Maybe the very start of the second quarter. I can't remember exactly when we hit that field goal, but we need to do something here. Hall breaks free from Highsmith, and he'll still only get 2 yards. Run game has not been very simple for us today. It's been difficult. We are working with a banged-up offensive line, so it does make a little bit of sense. That was a complete misthrow. Oh, man. We saw that from Rodgers before. Could be the rain, but he was looking for one of those short dig routes. And now 3rd and 8. We need something here. Come on, Fields. He's going to run with it. He's got the first. Slides down. There we go. Sliding to the 41. I like how they added like the slide feature that goes longer because maybe it's because of the rain. I've never seen that animation before, but it looks sort of cool. So we'll take it. I like that Fields has at least kept his eyes downfield a lot more. That first preseason game, and I thought we were in trouble. But he's looked much more calm in the pocket since then as Hall takes it for 3. Down under a minute already in this third quarter. This game is flying. Handoff. Hall cannot make it work. We got to try to get some plays in here that can help Breece Hall, because he has not been his forte today for running. As Fields looking, and he throws it short. He had Wilson. Wilson was there. He had him beat. And he throws it like 4 yards short right to Joey Porter. What the hell was that duck? I mean, Wilson is running alone. That's a touchdown. Holy shit. Dude, why can't I give praise to players? When I do, they do this thing where they just suck. Man, that really pissed me off.
Offside. Defense.
And we just could call for offsides. Are you f***ing kidding me? Come on, Samuel. How are you offsides as a corner? Jesus Christ. Thank you, defense. They get a sack, they push him back, and that's going to end the third. What a weird, just a whole weird situation. I don't like it. 2nd and 9. Play action. We got heat, and it's McDonald getting the sack. There we go. Will McDonald stepping up from his position at the edge there and pushes him back. Now, it went from 1st and 5 to 3rd and 15. That is awesome to see. Especially after giving up an interception. If we can have the defense shut it down here, that is going to be big. Come on now. One more play, guys. There it is. Williams gets back there and another sack. Quinton Williams, we got 4 sacks on the day. And we are going to get another punt. Down by 4 with 5.5 to go. Got to find something here on offense, though. Fields. Where was that going? He threw that with confidence. He dropped back, and he was like, yep, I got him. No, you didn't. You had Deshaun Elliott. 3rd fucking pick of this game. He had Taylor running open, or was about to be open. It's the 2nd time he's tried to force it to Kayshon Boutte in double coverage and has gotten an interception. 3 interceptions, man. And the game that looked like it was right there, for us to take, now is slipping away. Hold up. I thought that was game. They were driving. My apologies. He just threw an interception right to Sherwood. Sure. That's a huge play right there. Okay, maybe this isn't game. We've just been gifted the opportunity to make something out of this game. But we got a long way to go. We got to go 92 yards, essentially. Breece Hall gets it. Makes plays, gets out of bounds. That's what I'm talking about. 1st and 10 now. Fields underneath. He finds Boutte. And Boutte trying to get out of traffic. He's only able to get 4. We got to go a lot faster than that, though. 2nd and 6. Fields is already getting... Fields. Never mind! God damn it! Yep, 24-10 ended up being the final. Those interceptions were really the nail in the coffin for us. And this sucks. We had that game. Our defense was playing well. Despite the interceptions, I thought Fields was playing well for the most part. I would maybe take one of those interceptions back, but like as in like it's not fully his fault, but the other 2 definitely were. Just horrible turnovers. Well, good news is we at least got some upgrades. Will McDonald getting 1, and Braylon Allen also getting 1. But man, I'm so upset, man. That I think should have been a win for us. We just let it slip away. 2 finesse. Okay, good move for Will McDonald. And Braylon Allen's going to get ball carrier vision, break tackle, carrying, and toughness. So that is where we will end off. We'll probably do a recap show at the beginning of next episode so that we can see what happened again, and a little bit of a recap for the week 1 games. But as for this video, that is all I have for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Before you leave, if you could really hit that like button, that'd be so much appreciated. Subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that bell notification. I'll see you guys next time.